Let me tell you something, Pack Nation. The Minnesota Vikings are $43 million over the salary cap. $43 million. I want you to sit with that number for a second. $43 million. You know what $43 million buys you in Peshtigo, Wisconsin? Everything. Every house, every snowblower, every fish fry on a Friday night from now until the Lord returns. And the Minnesota Vikings just lit that money on fire like a pile of old leaves in a parking lot. I am Big Sal. You are listening to the Packin' That Podcast. And today, we are going to talk about the most beautiful, most spectacular, most glorious disaster in professional football. Brother, pull up a chair, get yourself a coffee. This is going to take a minute. So here is what happened. In 2025, the Vikings decided they were going to go all in. Win now, Super Bowl or bust. And to do that, they went out and spent $245 million, give or take, in free agency. $245 million in one off season. My wife Linda manages the household budget with a legal pad and a pencil. And I'm telling you right now, she would have had a stroke just reading that number. They brought in Javon Hargrave, 2 years, $30 million. They called this man the Grave Digger, dog. The Grave Digger. Week 1 against Chicago. 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He was a monster. Fans are losing their minds. The whole city of Minneapolis is dancing in the street. And then, over the next 15 games, 1.5 sacks. 1.5. You understand me? The Grave Digger dug one hole and then went home for the season. This reminds me of my neighbor, Gary Pletcher. Gary bought a brand new snowblower 3 winters ago. The really expensive one, the kind with the heated handlebars. First snowstorm of the year, Gary is out there at 6 a.m. Every neighbor watching from their window. This machine is roaring. He did the whole block. He did the sidewalk. He did Tomek's driveway next door without even being asked. We were all like, Gary, this guy, best purchase in Peshtigo. You know what happened the rest of that winter? The snowblower sat in the garage. Every other storm, Gary just let the snow pile up. $3,000 machine. One good Tuesday. That is Javon Hargrave. That is $30 million of Javon Hargrave sitting in a cold garage in Minnesota. And it does not stop there. They signed Jonathan Allen, too. Another big name. Another big contract. 68 tackles, 3.5 sacks, gone. Cut. Release the jabroni. Thank you for your service. Here is your cardboard box. Now stay with me here because this is where it gets beautiful. Justin Jefferson, who, yes, is an incredible receiver. I am not taking that away from the man. Justin Jefferson signed an extension in 2024. 4 years, $140 million. Okay, fine. Greatest wide receiver in the league, you pay him. I understand that. But the way they structured the deal, his cap hit in 2025 was only about $15 million. They pushed the money back. They deferred it like a credit card bill they did not want to look at. In 2026, $38,987,600. $38 million for one wide receiver.
And then it goes to $43.5 million in 2027.
And $47 million in 2028. They built a time bomb, duct taped a bow on it, and called it roster construction. Am I crazy? Tell me I am crazy, because I sat at my kitchen table last night with my coffee. I spilled half of it on my shirt, which my wife Darlene was thrilled about. My 11-year-old handed me paper towels without even looking up from a tablet. And I am sitting there reading these cap numbers, and I felt something I have never felt before. I felt grateful. Grateful that I root for the Green Bay Packers. Grateful that Brian Gutekunst, whatever his flaws, has never once said, you know what? Let us just YOLO the entire payroll and figure it out later. Because that is exactly what Minnesota did. They looked at the 2026 salary cap, a future problem, and they said, not our problem, brother. Kick the can. And now the can is the size of a school bus, and it is rolling directly at their entire roster. They are the second worst cap situation in the entire National Football League right now. Second only to the Dallas Cowboys. And you know what that means? When you are in the same sentence as the Dallas Cowboys for financial mismanagement. You are the whole circus. You are the tent. You are the elephant. You are the knucklehead juggling chainsaws in the parking lot before the show even starts. And so now, the Vikings are out here doing what every bad team does when the bill comes due. They are cutting everybody. Aaron Jones, gone. And listen, I have complicated feelings about Aaron Jones because he was our guy first, Pac Nation. He was Green Bay before he was theirs. And watching Minnesota use him up and plus him out like leftover cheese curds is, I cannot decide if I am mad or just sad. Little bit of both. Pour one out for Aaron Jones on your way to the next topic. Javon Hargrave, gone. Jonathan Allen, gone. They are releasing two team captains at the same time to scrape together $18.5 million. $18 million. When you are $43 million in the hole, saving $18 million feels like bailing out the Titanic with a coffee mug. My coffee mug, the one I spilled earlier. It is not going to work, brother. And I need to talk about the quarterback situation because, oh boy. So 2 years ago, they had Sam Darnold, went 14-3. Magic season. Everybody loved it. And then Darnold walked out the door to Seattle, and the general manager, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, this knucklehead, had Aaron Rodgers on the phone. Aaron Rodgers had Daniel Jones available, had options. And he said, no, we are good. We have J.J. McCarthy. They fired that man partly because of that decision. Let that sink in. So 2025 rolls around, and J.J. McCarthy is the guy. And McCarthy, listen, he is 23 years old. I am not here to bury a kid, but he got hurt. Again, missed time, came back inconsistent. They started a quarterback named Max Brosmer at one point, brother. Max Brosmer. He threw 4 interceptions against Seattle and did not score a single point. The Vikings got shut out. The Vikings spent $245 million on their roster, and they got shut out. They finished 9-8, did not make the playoffs. 9-8. That is the bill they are paying $43 million for. 9 wins. That is like my buddy Dale going out and spending $4,000 on fishing gear for a lake house he did not own yet. Dale, we do not have the lake house. I am being optimistic, Sal. Okay, Dale, you enjoy those rods in your garage while your wife explains to her book club why you cannot make the payments. And now that they are $43 million over the cap, cutting everybody in sight, drowning, now they're out here chasing Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, who the Arizona Cardinals are releasing because they do not want him anymore. The man can sign for $1.3 million because Arizona is still paying his $38 million salary no matter where he goes. And the Vikings are sitting there saying, yes, give us the cast off. We will take him. Please Justin Jefferson is already following him on Instagram, brother. Justin Jefferson is recruiting the Cardinals leftovers on social media. Here is what nobody's talking about. The Vikings did not just make bad contracts. They made bad contracts and then stacked them. They restructured deals to push money into 2026 and then signed more people with money they did not have and pushed that into 2026 too. It is not a salary cap problem. It is a math problem. It is a what happens when you refuse to believe consequences exist problem. And now Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the general manager who built this beautiful disaster, is gone. And some other jabroni named Rob Brzezinski is sitting in the office with a red pen just circling names. Circle, circle, circle. Sorry, coach. Sorry, captain. Sorry, gravedigger. The spreadsheet says you gotta go. If you are new here, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review. 5 stars. Write something mean about the Vikings. I will read it on the next episode. If you have been rolling with us, you already know. Share this episode. Text it to a Vikings fan. It is an act of mercy. Let them hear from Big Sal before somebody else breaks their heart worse. I'm going to go change my shirt. Darlene is already judging me. Skol! Ha ha! Nah. Pack Nation, out.